And I think I went back, to watch the previous episodes to kind of just I always like to go back just to see, what we've could have done better, what like,
Hmm.
maybe the flow wasn't feeling good, even though I thought at the moment I thought it was, but watching it all back, man, I don't give us enough credit.
Well, we're always our own worst critics, right?
Not
So
wrong.
pretty common. And then you go once you're done, put it all together and finalize it, and you watch it, and you're like, oh wow, this is actually pretty dang good.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Super Deep Podcast, and this is where we dive super deep into different topics. And I am your host, Starr, and always with me, Miss Kaleo head on the building. I gotta have like those sound effects where it goes, no, 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 something like whatever. um, but yeah, we are back with another freaking episode on the Super Deep Podcast. This is episode number 32. 32. 32. I do like that number. That number is Magic Johnson.
Hey yo.
Yo, Magic Johnson. I was thinking about like when I was like when are we gonna end the season and then like take a little hiatus and then start a new season after that? Should I just wait till like 40?
Yeah, yeah.
I think
I,
that's
I I feel like that's good.
yeah, I think that's good. Just get a little more planning and figure out if we want to keep going down this route and then kind of I guess like plan ahead of time more guests and reach back to
Yeah,
guests that didn't want to come on yet or they just were busy.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's been a good ride so far. What do you think since you've been on?
It's been a great ride. I mean, both of us have had like a lot of ups and downs in our personal life, right? So it was a lot of like, hey, can you? No, I can't. Can you? And so it was just like, trying to catch up. And I think now that things are starting to kind of like settle out, we should be a lot better going forward. But like, I feel like personally, every single episode has been progressively just getting better and better and flowed like perfectly. The last one to me just amazing. I loved it.
No, for sure. And I know we were supposed to have a guest on today, but literally messaged me today. You know how it is. We get that all the time. Like, oh, can we reschedule? So that's fine. I'm not downing anybody, but would love to. I was kind of prepared, right? And you saw the outline that I sent you. It was
Yeah.
pretty deep.
Yeah.
And definitely totally different from all the other I guess careers, right?
Yeah.
Um, so if you guys are listening, if you guys are watching, just a little sneak peek, we are going to be having a pastor come on, a Pacific Islander pastor come on. And luckily enough, she is my family member. She's my cousin, and she's going to take the time out of her busy schedule because she runs a whole congregation. So it's, you know what I mean? And but yeah, so that looking forward to that and our future guests as well. But I would just like to take this time real quick to shout out our sponsor real quick. And
Yeah.
again, this podcast is sponsored by Okoa Ohana. Check out this one of their. This is like their main logo. So super clean, super modern. Yeah, if you want to check out their more of their merch, go ahead and check it out at okoaohana.com. Check out their socials at okoa_ohana. Hey, make sure got the discount code, right, Kaleo?
Yeah.
So make sure
I
you
don't
guys
remember what it is, but yeah.
make sure you guys use the discount code Supastarrtv for 15% off your purchase. So let's get this episode going. And actually,
We're
before
free balling today, huh?
we are free balling, I mean, I guess I was a little bit prepared. I mean, just me though. I didn't get to send
Yeah.
you anything.
I don't know what's happening today, so let's go.
Hey, sometimes the best thing happens when you just free ball it. Well, actually, free.
Free balling.
I That was yeah.
Free
That's
falling,
yeah.
but
Free falling. Yes.
I
Not.
liked free balling more.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with free balling. I don't.
No, there's nothing wrong
Nothing.
with the little bumping ground. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I wasn't thinking that
I'm on
way.
shuffle today.
I wasn't thinking that way, but you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna have you reverse the roles and not reverse the roles. Actually, not even reversing. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I was gonna have you do the questions relate to me.
Oh,
But I didn't have no questions, so we'll do it another time. Yes, we'll do it another time.
Hey, yo, Jinx, give me a Coke.
I'm glad you said Coke because I choose Coke over Pepsi anyway.
Oh heck yeah!
But we're gonna start off with something that Kaleo loves to do, and that's gonna be the one must go.
Ugh.
And
Okay.
in honor in honor of the 100 years of Disney, we're gonna do a Disney version of One Must Go. It's crazy. Like
Okay.
have you seen that I guess that video of the Disney the 100-year anniversary video?
No.
So I wanna do like a raw reaction to it. So I had like a little sneak peek, and maybe that's not fair to those who watch my reaction videos, but I didn't watch the whole thing, okay? But basically the gist of it is like at the Disney Center, the headquarters, right? All of the characters come out of their pictures and they all meet for the first time, and then they take a big Disney character like group picture.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was watching this guy's reaction on it, and he was like, "Man, the nostalgia is kicking in," and I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta stop watching it because I want to react to it." But I could just tell it was already good. Anyways, let's get to this Disney version of One Must Go.
Okay. All right. I'm ready to not like you.
Well, based on these prompts, I already know one of them is definitely not going because we all know you love this is your all-time favorite one. So, Disney version, One Must Go. Let's do this.
Oh no. Okay.
The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, or The Little Mermaid.
Oh, bro, we all know Little Mermaid is my favorite.
So we know that's not going.
Son of a biscuit eater. I love every single one of those. Those are such iconic movies. Every single one. They all have like soundtracks that everybody knows. Oh, I'm gonna get hate for that. Lion King. Lion King. Oh,
wow. Wow. That's like Brada is in the other prompt. And that's like Fiji. That's like Fiji in the other prompt.
You're the one that did this to me. This is your fault.
Wow.
Yo, you're gonna hate on me, hate on Starr, okay?
Nobody gonna hate on me ever.
What, you getting rid of Aladdin?
No.
What are you getting rid of, Little Mermaid? I swear to God.
Beauty and the Beast.
No. Tale as old as time. Song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, you didn't have to sing better than me now, okay?
Hey, okay, look. Can't get rid of that. Well, I mean, no, Lion King. I'm sticking with my guns.
What don't you like about Lion King? That you have to choose that one.
Everything about all of those movies.
But when you choose one of these hard choices, and I get that, there's always, right, you're like, okay, I
base it off of the music in this instance. I will sing more of the songs I know. I will sing more of the songs in Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and Little Mermaid than I will sing the songs in Lion King. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Lion King probably has the best song out of all of them.
Sing it.
That is the best song out of every single movie.
If that's how it sounded, cancel. Cancel it right now. It was like a dying rat.
That is not like a dying rat. That was like probably 2 levels below the original. There is just this. I guarantee you, there is nobody that's ever gonna say when I post this clip, right? There's nobody that's ever gonna say Lion
I know.
King.
They're gonna come after me. It's fine.
You're probably gonna be the only person in the whole world.
I'm gonna be a mighty king. Nope. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But it's still, I'm sticking to it.
Okay, okay. Out of all the movies, which one has the best storyline? That's a good question too, actually. I'd say Lion King has the best storyline.
Bruh.
I feel like Beauty and the Beast is just like every other love story. Is just the only difference is this guy actually was a beast and it just turned back into a human. That's really it. That's like the big significance of it. You know, because there's a journey in all of them, definitely. But as far as like a journey and growth as a person, Lion King, Mermaid, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast is just a story about love. Huh?
Okay. All right.
Which is why I chose Beauty and the Beast.
All right. Whatever.
Okay, I do want to know the answer though. Like, which one has the best? Because you agree with me. Because you agree with me.
No. Moving on. We're done. Moving to the next. Yes, I agree with you.
But then to get rid of one of them, you still choose Lion King though.
Uh-huh.
I tried, guys. I tried to convince her. Let's go with let's do one more Disney. And then we're gonna go into other, I guess, categories for One Must Go. But this one, Disney version again, but this is Disney characters.
Oh.
So
okay.
One Must Go: Mickey Mouse, Cinderella, Goofy, or Elsa.
Cinderella can go. She's dumb. But then again, so is Elsa. Like, Cinderella can go. She's dumb.
You definitely not wrong about getting rid of Cinderella. I probably wouldn't have called her dumb. But you're right, because it's like Mickey Mouse is that's Disney right there.
Hello. Yeah.
And then Goofy is like basically in the same realm.
Goofy. Oh, yuck.
Man. Yeah, I'd probably frick, I don't know, man. I'd probably choose Cinderella and Elsa. Nah. I'd probably end up choosing Cinderella.
If Sleeping Beauty was in there, I would have chose Sleeping Beauty first.
Why?
Sleeping Beauty is dumber than Cinderella. I'm sorry. No. Jesus, no.
I guess.
But I mean, if you really think about it, like a lot of like the Disney like movies, the actual storylines to them are really dark. They're really, really dark. And they just become like super happy Disney-fied.
Yeah, for sure. I remember we talked about this like super early on in our podcast.
We did. Hey, look, came back around.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely dark, bro. Like you see those videos on YouTube or TikTok, or even I think back when Vine was a thing. Shoot, they have those super short like dark theories about Disney. I'm like,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
it just
Dude,
it just ruined it, right? You're like, what?
like,
Really?
no way. And then you start like, is that true? And you're like,
Yeah. It's always, especially like when it's those theories where like the character was actually dead the whole time. You know what I mean?
oh my gosh, right?
I was like, so they died, or like an
Yeah.
actual, or one of the beloved characters was actually evil, just kind of doing evil underlining things that wasn't in the forefront, you know.
Right.
But I
Oh,
guess,
Disney.
oh Disney, that should be like a shirt. Oh Disney, that'd be a good shirt actually. Let's go on to two more because we talked about this 2 episodes ago with Ulu. We did the Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, so we're gonna do One Must Go for those two sides of things. So
Why do you torture me?
we're gonna do my favorite first, Cartoon Network, because you chose Nickelodeon. So we're gonna do mine first, and One Must Go, Cartoon Network edition, Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, or Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Johnny Bravo.
Wow. You know, honestly, I'd probably choose Johnny Bravo too, actually.
You look at me like that. I think, oh, actually.
Yeah. No. I mean, because it's like, how much did I actually like it when I was growing up?
It wasn't one that I was like, yeah, it's on.
It was like it was good, but it was like wasn't a favorite.
Yeah, it was like, it fills a space for now until the next one comes on that I really want to watch, you know?
Like Dexter's was, I always was excited. Powerpuff was always excited. You know what I mean? And then Courage was just like, for me, it was just like, I wasn't as excited as Dexter's and Powerpuff, but it was like, I don't know.
More than Johnny Bravo, though.
More than Johnny Bravo, but I think it was just because it was a dog. It was like, it just caught your heart just because it was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that he went through every day in his life.
Shitty, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's just, bro,
poor boy.
That shit was dark too.
It was very dark.
That shit was very dark. First of all, who lives in the middle of nowhere that looks like a freaking like I would not want to live there, in that old little cottage house where there's nothing. Bruh.
I mean, if they lived in a town, he would have been the old man screaming at all the children to get off his lawn. Let's be honest. Like,
their house would probably be the house in in Up. How it's just the old classic house around or in the middle of all these skyscraper buildings. Yeah, I'd probably choose Johnny Bravo. I guess. Yeah, I guess we both agree on that one. Sorry,
right.
Johnny Bravo.
Not sorry.
Yeah, not sorry. Well, maybe I'm a little sorry. All right, let's move on to Nickelodeon, because I want to hear this one. Because, yeah. All right, Nickelodeon's version of One Must Go.
Okay.
SpongeBob SquarePants, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, or the Fairy Odd Parents.
Very Odd Parents, I think.
No.
Yeah. What? Are you going to say Hey Arnold?
I'm leaning towards it.
You get rid of Football Head?
Oh. I was such a Fairy Odd Parents fan. That's why that was probably my favorite. Well, besides the SpongeBob is like the Lion King of Disney. Like SpongeBob is SpongeBob. You will never get rid of that. Nobody would ever get rid of SpongeBob. But Fairy Odd Parents was like my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Why?
I don't know. I just maybe because when I was a kid, I wished I was in Timmy's shoes, where I could just wish my problems away.
I mean, okay, I could see that. I could see that. I could see that.
Bruh. Actually, I'll wait until I. No, actually, we're on the fairy odd parents. Let's talk about fairy odd parents real quick. You know the dark theory about fairy odd parents?
What?
That shit is dark.
Really?
So there's one theory about fairy odd parents, the Cosmo and Wanda,
Yeah.
basically being his anxiety pills. Yeah. Because there was a thing where they was talking about how the anxiety pills are specific colors and it's pink and green.
Yeah.
And what when it comes down to it, Cosmo and Wanda always comes whenever he's going through a bad time or
Yeah.
something bad is happening and he's having an episode or you know what I mean, he's frantic and kind of the same signs as anxiety.
Yeah.
And when Cosmo and Wanda show up, that's like in a way him taking his medication and takes his problems away. And that's what they do. They wish his problems away or they, you know what I mean?
Huh. Okay. Okay. I
So
could see how that would make sense.
yeah, so yeah, that's the dark theory about him, a little kid having going through major anxiety.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'd still get rid of it.
But the story though, you know, of a kid that's
the
going through
story. Still, the characters drive me nuts.
Oh man. That is crazy. Did I choose one? Oh, I think I chose Hey Arnold. Sorry, not
You said you were
sorry.
leaning towards it. You didn't say it until just now.
Yeah, I choose Hey Arnold because I loved it, but
You get rid of football head. Weird. All right.
you're not gonna get rid of Rugrats.
Well, no. You get rid of Rugrats. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, and in SpongeBob, we already said about what we think about SpongeBob. That's just the goat, basically. There's
You know,
always
it's just
going to
funny.
be.
I used to hate SpongeBob with a passion, and then I had kids, and I actually like watched it, and I'm like, wow, they're gone, and I'm still sitting here watching it. Okay, and I super got into it, and I'm like, all right, okay, I like this. Damn it! Have you seen the live, like on stage Broadway style
No.
SpongeBob? It's actually really good.
Right?
Like it's really good. I was really surprised, but I liked it a lot. The
So
guy
you-
they chose to play SpongeBob, top notch.
So you were more excited than your kids.
I was.
That's how it is with a lot of things, right? You know, when we get older into adults, we like. I think it's because we appreciate it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And then the nostalgia starts kicking in, and then it's like,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, well, because they're like, why are you so excited? And you're like, trust me, one day you'll understand. I don't know how many times I've said that, and then hearing my parents say that growing up, I'm like, whatever. Now I
Yeah.
say it, and I'm like, ugh.
It's like, man, now I know what you meant, mom or dad.
and now I know.
It's always that one. Man, that reminds me of this one thing that my mom always tells me. Is like she always tells me like, you understand once you have kids.
They're not wrong. Seriously, they're not wrong.
Just with
So
any,
messed up, but they're not wrong.
just with any aspect of life, or like that's like, I wouldn't say that's my mom's like go to like ending argument, like whenever we have an argument, but she always says that like you just don't understand. You don't understand. You don't have kids yet. Once you have kids, then you'll know. Then you'll know.
Yep. It's a fact. It's a fact.
I can understand though. I
No.
I was just trying to.
No. No. Stop. Just no.
So it doesn't. So it doesn't matter if I treat like a niece or nephew as a son or a daughter. I
No.
still don't understand.
No.
What about if we
Nope.
have a if we have a dog? We have a furry pet, a furry
Nope.
baby.
No, because I got those too. Trust me. Nope. Nope.
Do we want to elaborate more, or do I
Whole
just?
different thing.
Do we want to elaborate more on this, or should I just kind of like wait until I actually have kids and fully grasp the understanding?
I mean, I could talk until I'm blue in the face to try and get you to understand, but like legitimately, until you go through the chemical reaction and change in your body, you don't. You don't. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I understand that, but
You don't.
Yeah, yeah. I understand that I don't understand.
It's a response of I can only imagine.
Yeah, yeah, I do say that a lot too. Actually, I can only imagine. I was like rewatching some of the previous episodes before, like a couple nights ago, and I don't know why, but I felt like I was watching it for the first time.
I feel like that like the first time I watch it, usually.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes like I'll wait like a few days after it's been released just to like, okay, it's still sometimes a little fresh. Cause like we do it like that weekend before, or we do it like the day before, like a couple days before. So I'll like wait and I'm like, okay, all right. I don't remember some of the stuff we talked about now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it or I'm gonna listen to it or whatever. I usually like to watch it because I like to watch our expressions. I really love to watch expressions, like, because I am very animated when I speak, right?
Yeah.
So to me,
You must
I
have
love
had you must have had a blast watching the last episode. Then
I did.
I'm about to post.
Seriously, the 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm over here just like, you guys don't understand me, and then like you guys are on the same page, and I'm still not on the same page as you guys. You see one of the comments, I think Big in Hawaiian was like, damn, bro, they played the Uno card on you, the reverse card.
We totally did. Because you don't swing that way.
I don't swing that way.
Straight.
No, not straight. The other way. Crooked. I don't swing crooked.
You don't swing crooked.
I'm about to post a part 2, and I think that's gonna put me over the edge of where people can see where I was coming from.
Okay.
Nah, I don't think it will. This is me more actually. But I was like, I'm cool with it. Whatever.
I showed that to so many people, and they're like, "Wait, isn't that like watching like adult videos, but book style?" And I was like, I think it's the fact that it's a female saying it instead of a male being like, "Oh yeah, this is what I did," and they're like, "Oh okay, whatever."
Honestly, when I did, I mean, Frank, we all do it, right? When I did watch adult films, I did a lot of lesbian stuff because I just couldn't like watch the guy.
Yeah.
And then every time when they had when the majority of the ones that I did see before, the guys was just silent. But whenever the guys would, they would do their little moaning and shit.
When they start making
I was
noises,
like,
it's
yeah,
like,
I'm fucking changing that shit. So you see what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
So you understand.
okay. Still funny as hell.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty funny. Like I'm editing this stuff, and you could tell that I chopped it up and I put it like to where it would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Cut out a lot of shit.
It was perfect. It's perfect.
And then
I laughed so hard.
And then
so it's like, oh, there's me, and I'm like, I was like, oh god.
You see the ending part where I grayscaled it, Any I was like, and I still had a smile on my face, like I'm lost. And I think I went back, to watch the previous episodes to kind of just I always like to go back just to see, what we could have done better, what like,
Hmm.
maybe the flow wasn't feeling good, even though I thought at the moment I thought it was, but watching it all back, man, I don't give us enough credit.
Well, we're always our own worst critics, right?
Not
So
wrong.
pretty common. And then you go, once you're done, put it all together and finalize it, and you watch it, and you're like, oh wow, this is actually pretty dang good.
Yeah, for sure.
I loved the last one. I thought it was probably one of my most favorite ones.
It's funny we say that all the time.
We do,
The
but like
most
this
recent
last one,
one.
it was so fluid for me.
Yeah.
I was very comfortable.
It felt like it, because I mean, I had a little mishap, right? I forgot about one thing, but you took the first question and you were like, well, you already answered this, so this and this and this, and then you guys just kept going, and then I kept it on you guys for a while because I was like, okay, the flow's fine. Like, let me just make sure I get these questions ready.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh, and it's definitely good. Like I think I bring this up all the time. It's like, dang, every guest that I bring on, it's like they could be your best friend.
Yep.
um, I do need to get more guys on though. I noticed that there's a lot of female
There's
guests.
a lot of female guests.
Well, females respond. The males don't
They do.
respond.
No. No, they don't. Get it together.
Man. But I do want to say for those who are listening and watching, I appreciate you guys listening, watching. I know I haven't said this in the beginning of the episode, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed the episode, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and then make sure you hit those notification buttons so that you don't miss any episode that comes out, because it's very inconsistent. But the consistent part is we do post every week, and if not every other week. So that's consistent. And then if you guys didn't know, Spotify has video, so you guys can watch it there too, or you can just listen to it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in. I have a little announcement. We are planning to do a live show, and it was very beginning in the planning. It was just like, hey, Kaleo, you want to do a live one? Yes, I do. That's it. But if you guys know, I did post a different, I guess, a mini episode, and I called it the Super Deep After Hours. And so I was thinking the live episodes would be our Super Deep After Hours, because that'll be like a once a month kind of thing, live a live episode. And so trying to transition it to that. So there's that, guys. Look forward to the live episodes, and we'll probably try to do like some giveaways. I could maybe we can get some sponsorship giveaways, and interactions that you guys can ask us questions. Maybe some things that in previous episodes that you guys were still questioning, like my 50 Shades of Grey stuff. You guys can ask me like, do you really not swing that way? So yeah, it'll definitely be good. It'll be coming up soon. So yeah, if you follow our socials, we'll definitely update it on there.
Yeah.
And then I had another announcement, but I went blank.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I do want to ask these couple last questions for
Okay.
the ending part of this episode of 32. Because I was thinking randomly on the drive home. You ever had those moments where you're driving home and you just have random thoughts?
I have those all the time.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think it's more than just when I'm driving home.
Driving, in the shower, taking a poo,
It's literally so random. And then it's like, what the frick was I thinking? Why am I thinking about that? It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Actually, like, a mini question that I was thinking about. Like, so when you have random thoughts like that, it's kind of like your creative cog in your mind just wheeling, right? Just that creativity in your head. I like to call it creativity. Some people might call it weird, but I call it creativity, where you're just randomly thinking about random thoughts, right? Like, is your creativity, is there a limit to your creativity, or is there's just no limit ever? You know what I mean?
I think that there are some people that do limit themselves because they have lost that inner child that creates those kinds of things. And then there are some others that literally have no limits when it comes to that because they nurture that. They run with it. They get those random thoughts and they're just like, "Oh, let's run with it. Where could we go with that?" Da, 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 da. And then there's some people are like, "Well, that was weird. Just put that out of thought out of mind." Like, ugh, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I think some people do limit themselves intentionally. Now, do I think they should limit themselves? No, absolutely not. Because that's what keeps us young and fresh and fun
Yep.
and vibrant. Don't
Yeah.
hide that.
Yeah, for
Be
sure.
uniquely you.
Yeah. 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 You know, I was told I was told that, like, once you're, I guess it has to do with like imagination too, right? Once you limit your imagination and your creativity, that's when you really stop moving forward in life,
Yeah. Oh my
because
gosh. Yeah.
the reality is, right, life is always changing. So why not your creativity? And it's
Hmm.
not change. I mean, like, a lot of people think like change is a bad thing. Well, like, change is not a bad thing, really. It's more of like adjusting, I guess to me
Change
it
is a
is.
beautiful thing.
Yeah,
If,
it
if
is.
if change doesn't happen, whether it's good or bad, we're never giving ourselves the opportunity to learn and grow and find all of the things in our life that could be magical.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So harness that creativity, harness that imagination, daydream,
Yeah.
run with those things. Don't let those things slip away because otherwise you're literally just running through the motions and that is no way to enjoy life. You only get one.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
only get one. Let it be amazing, good and bad.
Yeah, don't get stuck on that hamster wheel. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cuz to be honest, like, just this world in general is, I feel like the lifestyle that this world has put on everybody is the hamster wheel lifestyle. You know what I
It
mean?
is.
And then, like,
It is.
those who make it, that means they got off their hamster wheel and they did something about it. They changed. They changed their environment. They changed the way they did things in life, right? They changed their career
Right.
field. Whatever change it is, they got out of being in that hamster wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, oh, that didn't work. All right. I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
Everybody that has made it in some point in their life has failed and they didn't stay down. They picked themselves up and they tried again and they tried again and they tried again and they keep going. And even once they've reached success, they still keep pushing because every day is not guaranteed. So if you continue to push and strive for more, you're always going to be continuing to grow and learn and just become a better version of whatever it is that you want to be. But you got to want it.
Yep. Exactly. And I think I just told this to, I forgot who I just told this to. Might have been like my cousin or a friend. It all comes. Oh, actually, we talked about it too in the last episode. It all comes down to your choice to
Yep.
do so. And a lot of young kids at an early age, they don't really know. Like, they'll make a choice, but they don't really know yet, right? But when they get to that older age and an adult, they graduate from high school. that's when those decisions are going to really kind of start their path on wherever they go, right?
Yeah.
And whether or not they make the good, not, I don't want to say good or bad, whether or not they make the right or wrong choice for them, it's entirely up to them.
Yeah.
So,
And I think that's the hard thing as a parent sometimes is that you want so badly to protect your child from making maybe sometimes the bad choices that you made,
mhm.
but you can see the consequences of what they're getting ready to do or what they're planning to do or whatever. And you're just like, hey, don't do that because A, B, C, and D is going to happen if you do that. And then they're going to do what they want to do in the end, right? And you have to sit back and see just this self-destruction happen because they chose to do what you told them, hey, this is what's going to happen if you choose these things. And all you can do as a parent is be there and just like hurt with them, and it's so hard. It's so hard. But we always have to understand that everybody makes their own choice and you can't control that. So don't let it control you. Just be there.
Yeah, and I think that's what, by the way of your expression, you said how hard it is. I think that's what parents need to realize, right? They need to
Yeah.
realize that it's, unless they was really bad parents and did not, parent, like, I guess, correctly, lack of better words. If they make that decision, like, they can't blame themselves, you know?
Yeah.
It's, and as hard as as hard as it is to not blame yourselves, or to not blame yourself, that's just the natural parenting feeling of, right? I mean,
It really is.
I don't understand. I can only imagine, right? But but yeah, that's like, it's not your fault, when it comes down to it, everybody has their own decision, they have their own choice, and it just sucks to see them go down the bad path even though you did your best to guide, you know
Yeah.
so I thought that was going to be a mini question, but that was a pretty deep question. But that's what we do here at the Super Deep Podcast, you know what I mean? We have time for some funner questions. I was gonna ask like deeper ones, but we are running out of time. So I just want to ask this question because I had like a big debate with my coworkers, and I literally
Yep.
asked every single coworker in the whole building just to prove to one coworker that she was wrong.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
But it's one of those questions though, just like, I don't know how old it is. It's like probably like 1,000-year-old debate of the simple question: which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I love the look on your face.
I'm waiting for your
Uh,
answer.
yeah, that one's so hard because like you have to have the chicken to have the egg, but you have to have the egg to have the chicken, right?
Hmm.
So it's like, like mm, I would personally say you have to have the chicken. 'Cause you gotta have the chicken to make the creation, right? You gotta have the womb in order to make the life.
Yeah, you know what? I've never heard that perspective yet. Gotta have the womb to be able to produce the life.
So that's what I would say.
That makes a lot of sense now.
Hmm.
No, because a lot of my coworkers and me, we were like, God created all the creatures, and all the functions came after that.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
and then my coworker was like, "Well, God could have created the egg first, and then it just hatched into the little, She did that. She did that. She's like, God could have created the egg, and then the chicken just came out. I was like, no, God created the species first.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So that yeah.
What is your guys' answer? I want to know.
I'd be very curious. How many people would be like, no, you gotta have the egg first.
Here's another one if you're down for it.
Yeah.
Is water wet?
I have this debate all the time. Water itself, if you look it up, is not wet.
Yes.
It causes things to be wet. It adheres to surfaces that makes it wet.
Yes.
Water itself is not wet.
Yes.
Look it up if you don't believe me.
That's what I was trying to explain.
Water cannot make itself wet. It can only make another object wet.
Exactly. And I tried to bring it up and I said the definition of wetness is a liquid coming into contact with a solid. And so with that definition, if you put a liquid into water, another liquid, it just becomes more water.
It just becomes a more full container.
Exactly. It doesn't wet itself.
It doesn't wet itself.
It doesn't wet itself unless you're a baby.
Oh no.
So
no, water is not wet. It makes things wet.
Yes. And I was like, water is a state of being. It's a matter. It's a noun, basically. And wet is like like an adverb. You know what I mean? You have to do something for something to be that word wet. So yes. No. Water is not wet.
So yes, wait, no.
Yeah. I almost went back on what I believe. What I believe. Okay. Last one. Okay, final last one. I'm sorry. Final last one. What do you taste with?
Your taste buds.
Yes. And where is your taste buds at?
They're located on your tongue.
Yes. So the question is, can you taste your own tongue? And is there a taste like your actual tongue?
I'm going to say your actual tongue itself, probably not. The film that can like layer itself on your tongue, absolutely. And that sometimes in the morning you're like, ugh, you know, like morning breath where you're like, oh my God, I can taste my mouth.
Exactly.
You're not tasting your tongue, you're tasting whatever crapola is, just sitting on your tongue. That is what you're tasting, not your actual tongue.
Can you please reiterate that for everybody that wants to go against me? Because like I swear to Lord Jesus Christ that we are just the same mind. That is literally what I tried to explain to people. And they were like, no. What about when you like, you're out drinking and you drink alcohol, and then the next morning you just like, exactly what you just did. And I'm like, yes, you're not wrong. You are tasting the alcohol, but you're tasting the alcohol that's on top of your tongue.
Bro, wash your mouth, brush your teeth, rinse your mouth out. That's
what I'm saying. You're tasting.
You're not tasting your tongue. You're tasting the shit that's in your mouth.
Exactly. And they're like, well, what about when your breath stinks? And if you don't brush your teeth, I'm like, yes, all the stink particles are landing on your tongue, and you're tasting that.
It just means you got stank mouth. Fix it.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, so if that's the case, right? Does our tongue have a taste? It's like tasteless then, right? Or we just don't know what the taste of our actual tongue is.
I mean, I don't think we actually have I mean, I know what a cow tongue tastes like. Cooked, of course. Okay. Wow.
But is it the the tongue
But it's
itself, or is it the things that they cook with it that attaches
so
itself to the tongue?
I've tried it when it's just been like straight up cooked, no seasoning and stuff like that. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's not good. You definitely have to have seasonings on it because it's gross. It's gross. Blech. So no, to answer your question, no, I don't think you can taste your tongue.
Yes. Man, imagine if somebody came on a pod, or me and you had on all three of these questions had literally the opposite, would probably pull our hair out.
Yeah. I'd be like, why do you think that?
Yeah. I mean, we did disagree earlier on Nickelodeon stuff, and a lot of stuff over there. But we were like,
But like, argue with me about water's wet. Like, no.
oh man. I could definitely see some of your friends that you game with that I could see them arguing with you with that.
I do. Okay, so on Wednesdays, sometimes I will do my title as water isn't wet, fight me. And I'll get random people that'll come in and they'll be like, water is totally wet. What do you mean? And I'm like, bam, here is the definition of wet. Like, here you go. Water is not wet. And they're like, no. And I'm like, bro, you're dumb. Goodbye. You're dumb. You're dumb. Later, Susan.
Now you can ask the chicken one. You can ask the tongue one. There's a lot of my.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely do the tongue one.
I guarantee you, people are gonna be like, "Oh, when your breath stinks, you can taste all of that. When you drink alcohol, when you do this, when you do," I'm like, I tried to. So at my job for the tongue one, so the chicken one at my job, it was 5-1 on like my side, and then for the water is wet, it was 3-2. And then for the tongue one was 5-1, not my side. I was livid. I was livid. I was like, you gotta be like, I was like, are you guys listening to what I'm saying? Because I don't think you guys are hearing what I'm saying.
Oh my word.
Oh man, it's crazy because 2 of them actually listen and watch my podcast, so they're gonna be like, "Why'd you talk about us? Why'd you talk about?" Hey, I'm just shouting you guys out.
Well, now I know.
Oh man, but like one of my other coworker was like, "Starr, what do you do to just think about these questions?" I'm like, I have a lot of questions actually.
Yeah, you do.
I do. That's my creativity. That's why I come up with all of these one must go.
I love it.
Well, the Disney one and the Nickelodeon and the Cartoon Network, I looked that one up because it was last minute. So
He can come up with the questions, and I can talk for days. It's a great combination.
yeah, I need to come up with questions to where I would have a feeling that you're just gonna disagree with me because we need more of those conversations where we just totally disagree.
We really, really do.
If you guys have questions, please comment them down in the video, please.
Oh my gosh, please, because a lot of the time him and I are way too similar. Way too similar.
Yes. Yes. Yo, and before we head off, guys, I just wanted to tell you, Kaleo, that I did have the one must go conversation with like a bunch of the volleyball friends that I play with, and even with my wife about the brother is Kali Rachel, Capena, and Cecilia Cupono. I told them that me and you couldn't answer, and we still haven't answered. But
I'm still not going to answer it either.
there was 2 of them that said Capena. I was so mad.
We're not friends. I can't be friends with them. Don't ever let me meet them.
And then there was a lot of them. A lot of them had the same mistake as each other. They chose C&K, Cecilia and Cupono, because then they just forgot, And then like I started playing the songs, and they were like, Oh, never mind.
They're like, oh no.
Never mind. They were like, never mind. I can't choose them. Because it was like I played the About You song. I played the Friends. They were like, bro, that one was what tipped everybody over. They're like, oh, never mind.
Like, psych, I take it back. I'm not answering. I'm done.
Yeah.
I will never answer that one. I'm sorry. Nope.
There's so much people in the comments on that short clip I put. They're like, I played the fifth. I'm like, nope, you got to answer.
Nope.
A lot of people in the comments said Cecilia and Cupono, so I think majority of the people. I think they just don't remember the songs, to be honest.
You better be listening before you answer.
I know, right?
Okay.
Right. But I think we're gonna end it off on there, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoy our episodes for real. And before I close it out, Kaleo, go ahead and finally I could switch the scene.
We switch scenes.
Yay!
Remember to be uniquely. It's the best thing that you could ever do. Just like we were talking about. Feed that inner child. It's a really beautiful thing. Remember, you're worth it. And you're worthy of happiness and love.
And like what I always like to say, treat others the way you want to be treated. The golden rule, as always. And again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to our sponsors, Okoa Ohana. Check them out at okoaohana.com. Make sure you use discount code SupaStarrtv for 15% off discount. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification button. And on Spotify, go ahead and rate the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will catch you guys on the next episode.